Hello students, as we have learned that in an atom, all the electrons are not involved in the process of combination because the inertial electrons are well protected and therefore they are generally do not take part in chemical combination. The electrons present in the outermost shell, which is called as valence electron, take part in the chemical combination. Thus, G.N. Lewis, an American chemist, introduced the simple notation to represent the valence electron in an atom. These notations are called Lewis symbols or electron dot symbols. Let us define what is Lewis symbols. A Lewis symbol is a symbol in which the electrons in the valence shell of an atom or simple ion are represented by dots placed around the letter symbol of the element. That means the symbol of the element, like the case of hydrogen, is written and the number of valence electron present in it is represented by a dot. Because it have only single electron, so we'll represent it with single dot. For example, the element lithium, the symbol for lithium is Li. So the number of valence electron, that is the electron present in the outermost shell, is represented in terms of dot. So there is only single electron, so it is represented by a single dot. So depending upon the number of electron, we can represent the element. Like if single valence electron is there, then we'll represent in this way. If there are two valence electron, it can be represented in this way. If 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it can be represented in this manner. Look at here the way of writing for the 8 electrons. Look at here, symbol X, let the element is X. So the two dots are exactly coming to the top center of the symbol, then bottom center of the symbol, then left center and right center of the symbol. So 2 electron is better to place in this manner. So the number of valence electron is represented here in the form of dots. Let us look this table, and thus the elements in the periodic table is written with the dots. These dots are actually representing the valence electron. As we have discussed that the elements of the same group have same valence electron. So when we consider the elements of first group, we can find that these elements have single valence electron. Therefore, single dots are there. In the case of lithium, sodium, potassium. The elements of the second group have valence electron 2. Therefore, the 2 dots are made here. In the case of beryllium, magnesium, calcium. So, the Lewis symbols are actually the symbol of the element with some dots. These dots are actually the valence electron, that is the electron present in the outermost shell. So let me ask a question here. What will be the Lewis symbol for iodine? So definitely it happens that you don't know the atomic number for iodine, but if you know that it belongs to halogen family, that is the group 17. Fluorine, chlorine, next is bromine, next is iodine. So if you know that the iodine belongs to group 17, so what will be the valence electron? The valence electron is same as like fluorine and chlorine, that is 7. So you can compare this in the periodic table with the Lewis symbols. You can find out that iodine have 7 dots, that means 7 valence electron. So what we can conclude from this, the elements having the valence electron that can be easily find out with the help of periodic table. That means the valence electron, as we have discussed, it is equal to the number of its group, like the case of first and second group. Its valence electron is equal to its number of group. But in the elements, that is a 13 to 18 group element, their valence electron can be calculated by the formula, that is 13 minus 10, that is equal to 3 is the valence electron. So this is the method we can easily find out the valence electron, and we can keep the dots in order to represent the valence electron. So let us take one example, chlorine. Chlorine atom have 7 valence electron. Therefore, how we write the Lewis symbol for it? Because there are 7 valence electron, that is in the outermost shell. When you count it, there are 7 valence electron. So how we write the Lewis symbol? First you write the symbol of the element. Then because there are 7 valence electron, so keep the dots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Since there is only 7 electrons in the outermost shell, so we will be keeping only 7 dots. But what about the chloride ion? As we know that in order to complete the octet, since here in the chlorine atom only 7 valence electrons are there. So in order to complete the octet, that means to become 8, it requires 1 electron. So what it will do? It will gain 1 electron to form chloride ion. That means it develops a negative charge here. With a gain of electron, you can see the red color dot, that is the electron which is gained. So the chlorine atom, how we write the Lewis symbol for chlorine atom, that we have discussed. But how we write the Lewis symbol for chloride ion, that is Cl minus, that we have already wrote the Lewis symbol for chlorine atom, that is it having 7 valence electron, therefore we have made 7 dot. But with the gain of 1 electron, we have to keep 1 more dot with a negative sign. Why we are keeping 1 more dot here? Because when you count it now, how many electrons are there in the valence shell? That is in the third shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 valence electrons. So we have to keep 8 dots with the symbol of Cl and the negative charge. That is also important. Here the negative charge is quite important. Why? Because due to the gain of the electron, it becomes chloride ion. With the gain of electron, it develops a negative charge, so it is needed to represent negative charge here. Let us take another example. For example, sodium atom. Sodium atom, since it have only single electron in the valence shell, so how we write the Lewis symbol? Na dot. A single dot represent that it is having a single valence electron in its outermost shell. But in order to stabilize, that means in order to complete the octet, for sodium atom, it is not possible to gain 7 electron. It is not possible to gain 7 electron. So what it will do? Instead of gaining the 7 electron, it will lose 1 electron. So when it loses 1 electron, it forms sodium ion. Now you can see there is no electron in the outermost shell because that electron, that is this electron, is lost. So because of this, how we write the Lewis symbol? Since here there is no electron in the outermost shell, so we will not be writing any dot when we write the Lewis symbol for sodium ion. So compare this and this. What is the difference? Here there is a single electron, that is a single valence electron in the sodium atom, but in the sodium ion there is no electron in the outermost shell, that is a third shell. So we will be not keeping any dot, but we need to keep the positive sign. Similarly, for the case of a magnesium, that is having 2 valence electrons, so we will be keeping 2 dot. But for the magnesium ion is formed due to the loss of these 2 electrons. So now when we writing the Lewis symbol for magnesium ion, we'll not keeping any dot here, but we'll keep the 2 positive sign. So that is the representation of a Lewis symbols. So Lewis symbols indicate the number of electron in the outermost or the valence shell. It helps to predict the common or the group valence of the element. As we have discussed, the elements of same group have same valence electron. It is important in order to make the Lewis structure for the different molecules that we'll be going to discuss in the further videos. So, have a nice day, students.